What is going on, Summoners? We're back here today with another Champion Deep Dive. You know Franken-Castle, but not like this. He's back from the dead to help protect Monster Metropolis. That's right, today we're talking about Franken-Castle.
I'm dead.
Frank was brought back from the dead by Dr. Michael Morbius, and the reanimation process granted him immunity to poison, petrify, and specter effects. This process also set his regeneration rate to 65%, and it cannot be reduced further. Now, Frank is just too angry to die, and this grants him 1 rank of the Willpower Mastery. On top of that, he's an unstoppable machine. He doesn't idle after dodging backwards. Once he begins to run at the opponent, he gains an unstoppable passive for 0.7 seconds. This will not re-trigger while active, and is paused while running, charging a heavy, or while he's attacking. When Frank is struck with a basic attack while unstoppable, or when shocked, he gains a non-stacking rage debuff for 20 seconds. With Rage, his basic attacks passively convert 10% more adrenaline into health. Now, when Frank gains a non-damaging debuff, or is immune to one other than Rage, he gains 2 combo meter. Additionally, when he's awakened, each non-damaging debuff he's suffering from grants him increased critical rating that scales with signature level, up to a max benefit of 10 debuffs. And when his combo meter crosses a multiple of 15, he gains a Berserk passive, increasing attack rating by plus 35% while unstoppable for 20 seconds. This is paused during his special attacks and have a max stack of 6. Frank's Unstoppable also grants him plus 30% combat adrenaline, and it prevents incoming basic attacks from resetting his combo meter. As an attacker, the Unstoppable also grants him stun immunity. Additionally, as an attacker, Frank also gains his Unstoppable when he's struck by a basic attack immediately after dashing back. And after blocking the final hit of his opponent's special, he gains his Unstoppable and the ability to immediately run without idling. Frank's Unstoppable is removed at the end of his heavy and special attacks, or when his opponent activates a special. As an attacker, Frank's second basic attack inflicts an indefinite crush passive until his Unstoppable expires, and this can inflict through block. When Frank's crush ends after being used to break a block, it goes on cooldown for 20 seconds, or until he gains one of his Berserk passives. Frank's heavy attack grants him 4 combo meter, and inflicts an Incinerate debuff that deals energy damage over 20 seconds. This is paused during his special attacks, and have a max stack of 4. When he's awakened, while his opponent is incinerated, Frank gains increased energy penetration scaling with Sig level, and the potency is doubled against Science Champions. Now, Frank's first hit of his Special 1 grants him a personal Berserk passive, and the final 3 hits each deal a burst of energy damage, with the base potency increasing by a flat 12.5% for each of his incinerates on the opponent. With the Special 2, the first 4 hits grant him personal Berserk passives, and the final hit refreshes all of Frank's incinerates, then inflicts 8 incinerate debuffs that deal energy damage over 30 seconds. These have a max stack of 8. With the Special 3, Frank gains plus 15% of his missing health as adrenaline. He also passively stuns his opponent for 3 seconds. And for the next 10 seconds, Frank's light and medium attacks each inflict 1 Incinerate debuff from his Special 2. Also, when Frank is awakened, anytime he activates a special, he gains an Undying passive that has a duration scaling with Sig level, up to 10 seconds. When this Undying passive prevents him from being knocked out, he gains his personal Rage debuff for 20 seconds. So, now that we know how he works, if you happen to run into a defending Franken-Castle, remember, he's immune to Poison, Petrify, and Spectre, so he'll keep healing with Willpower and will gain Rage when struck while unstoppable. Additionally, Frank won't idle after dashing backwards. After a slight delay, he'll start running at you and go unstoppable, so don't get too passive or it might be tough to land a hit. And when he's awakened, he'll gain that undying passive during his special attacks to try to drag the fight out as long as possible. Now, let's take him out for a spin in the champion rotation. To begin, strike your opponent to begin building power, and don't forget to weave in some heavies to inflict your incinerates. After dashing backwards, you'll begin to run and go unstoppable. Don't be afraid to dash in at the opponent to land those unstoppable combos. Once you reach 2 bars of power, launch your special while unstoppable to gain increased attack from Berserk and really juice up those hits. After this, work your way up to that special 1 and launch to unleash those big bursts of damage. If your opponent isn't already knocked out, keep on launching that special 1 and punish them until they are.